In America, more than 11 million children under the age of 5 are in some type of childcare arrangement. There are more children in childcare than there are people living in New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. combined. 11 million. And yet, there are no national minimum health and safety requirements for childcare programs. There are no uniform standards for training and education for child caregivers. Not even basic first aid or CPR. There aren't even national background checks for childcare workers. And this is where NACCRRA and Child Care Resource and Referral Agencies fit in. The National Association of Child Care Resource and Referral Agencies is actively communicating with policymakers at all levels and helping to create a national agenda for child care. This agenda will be modeled off standards that have already been implemented and have been proven successful. Standards set by Congress and the Department of Defense back in 1989. These are the requirements set in place by the Military Child Care Act. They are implemented not just at locations within the United States, but at military installations around the world. These guidelines include all child care centers and family child care homes will be licensed. All programs will be inspected, unannounced, before licensing and on a quarterly basis. Staff inspecting these programs will be required to have a bachelor's degree in a related field. Child care center directors and training specialists will be required to have at least a bachelor's degree in early childhood education or child development. Child care caregivers will be required to have a high school diploma or GED and at least 40 hours of training before they work with children. They will be required to have training in first aid, CPR, child abuse identification, fire, and other health and safety practices. They'll be required to have at least 24 hours of training annually and be required to have state and federal background checks with fingerprints. Finally, we will require that all programs offer learning activities and opportunities to children and address various developmental domains. It may surprise you to know that an agenda like this does not exist at a national level. It may even be disturbing to you. But that's why we need your voice. We need people like you to rally around us, to support and echo our message as we actively communicate to legislators. There are many things about these times that are complicated. There are many issues that will be intense and at times even divisive. The care and well-being of our children should never be one of those issues. It is time for us to set the pace and require more accountability for the $12 billion in public funds used to support child care nationwide. It is also time for us to be the ones to take action. Because with all the other issues that are going on, we cannot afford to wait for our legislators to take notice. Please join us in our efforts, because 11 million children are counting on us.